Subaru SVX, I believe. Rover P6, the 3.5 litre V8 car. One of the long-nosed two-stroke cars. Seen a number of Lotuses here today. What a great Mark 1 Capri. Great little Austin Healey Sprite. They didn't make many of those. And here's its bigger brother.
Goes a lot bigger than that.
Well, good morning folks, and we are back at Gawsworth Hall, but not for the Vintage and Classic show. No, today it is the Youngtimer event for 70s, 80s and 90s cars. So for once, the MX-5 feels kind of appropriate. We're all just queuing up, we're all fairly early. There's a fairly early Renault Alpine in front of us. But yeah, this is an event we haven't been to before. The roads are pretty damp coming over, so the car's a bit grubby, but never mind. Just see an XJS rolling into view as well behind us. Yes, I'm really looking forward to this one, just to see, hopefully, a different pool of cars to those that we normally feature here on the Old Classic Car channel. I'm joined by my youthful assistant today, so he'll be doing a video for his Car Traction channel. But yeah, we're looking forward to this one. Cars are starting to arrive now. And how about that then? When did you last see one of those? A Subaru SVX, I believe. A little bit out of my comfort zone with cars of this age, but I'm pretty sure that's what we're looking at there. BMW's now headed up by an E28 5 Series, an Alpina modified Alpina E28. And behind that, it looks like an M3. Some cars are just parking up over here, headed by the Alpine, the Renault Alpine that we followed in. And another one over there. We're in good company today. Looming in its mirrors is a bright yellow Rover P6, the 3.5 litre V8 car. Like I say, technically this is for 70s through to 90s cars, but I think it's fairly fluid. Great Mark 1 Escort RS 2000 there. Yes, we were here just a few weeks ago at the beginning of the month for the classic and vintage vehicle meeting, and lo, what do we see down there? A Ford Model A. Now which way is he going? Is he going down towards the field? Obviously the idea is we'll try and feature a bit of everything here while concentrating more on these slightly older cars as befits this, the old classic car channel. Lovely Model A 3.3 litre 4-cylinder side valve engine. What a Bobby Dazzler that is. Look at that, a 1966 Saab, one of the long-nosed two-stroke cars. Later those were going to be fitted with the Ford of Cologne V4, but this is the earlier two-stroke. Don't worry about the smoke, folks, that's what they're designed to do. Lubrication in the engine of these is provided by oil mixed in with the fuel that is burnt in the cylinders. These are a little 3-cylinder two-stroke engine in these cars, and it's great to see that here today. Lots of polishing and cleaning going on. Sadly we didn't bring any cleaning gear with us today.
You're not going to join them?
Not today. But being yellow it kind of looks bright, whatever. I did wash it before we came out, but... Ferrari Owners Club are congregating over on the right hand side there. Got a Morgan here, I think it's a V8, the plus 8. And behind that, a bonny little Fiat X19. Quite to the array of badges on the back. The original XJR. Porsche 924, XR8, that's a rare one from South Africa, and the MR2, a rotary engined Mazda RX-7, 3 Series BMW, followed by the Sierra XR4i. Seen a number of Lotuses here today. Saab 9000 from 1987, Saab 9000 Turbo. Capri 2.8i. This one we saw on the Weaver Wonder just a week ago. Thank you. This V8 Morgan sounds like it means business. Right, what a great Mark I Capri. Three Series BMW Cabriolet. Panther, a Panther Callista, and a pair of TVRs here. Fantastic Carman version of the VW Beetle there, the Carman Cabriolet. Another Beetle behind that as well. What a great pair, left-hand drive, so presumably an import from the US of A. There's its distant cousin behind. The mighty Corvette. Very fruity sounding midget. Lovely 911 there, one of the last of the air-cooled cars, I guess. Carrera 2, followed by the all aluminium bodied XJ, the X350. Who else misses Saab?
Straight up, thank you very much, nice to see you. Straight up and Robin will direct in the road. Okay.
And talking of older Saabs.
Straight up.
Great 900 slopey front 16 valve. Beautiful
Straight
bright
up,
red Triumph Stag.
Thank you.
Peugeot 309, I think that's the Goodwood limited edition version of the 309.
Thank you, straight up, thank you.
The Ford Escort RS 2000. Very nice too. That's followed by another fast Ford, a Sierra, a Sapphire Cosworth. Mark II Escort 2-door. It's a second V6 engined Golf Mark IV we've seen today. Lotus XL. Lotus Elise. Jaguar, the 6-cylinder, the XJ6, that's the X300 car. Great little Austin Healey Sprite. Very nice too, Mark III I think.
Nice to see you. We're sorry Andy's...
Escort Cabriolet, Mark IV. Got a Jaguar XK8 convertible here, followed by the Bentley, the GT. Another fantastic Saab. Porsche 944.
Morning, sir. Oh dear.
Renault Laguna, no less.
Okay, thank you, sir.
In the shadow of the mighty Heimer camper van, I think I spy a three-wheeled Reliant behind the Panther. There we go. Three wheels on that wagon. Here we have an E36 BMW Cabriolet, the 3 Series Cabrio.
Good morning.
And coming here, a Series 3 Land Rover. Very nice too. The Bentley Continental T. Oh, lovely those are. Big two-door coupes, a real big Brits bruiser, that one. Very, very nice. There was one of those at Capesthorne Hall. Maybe even that one, actually. A Lotus Esprit and a Ferrari Dino, no less. What a belter that is. North Wales registration on the Porsche, and a Herald 1360 convertible. Perfect for a day like this. Very nice sunny morning so far. Roads are a bit damp. Porsche 914 in our favourite colour. Seen one or two Panthers today. The centre section from an MG Midget. Look at those doors.
But I'm sure my colleagues are somewhere.
Another Panther, usually Ford powered. And again, you can see the Midget doors and the centre section, the windscreen surround, and the doors of the MG Midget. Good to see another Mark 1 MX-5 here. First red one I think we've seen today. Mark 2 Escort in beige, Escort Sport on a V plate, so about 1979-ish, something like that. The Saab estate behind that. Alright, let's head back, following in this very fruity sounding 1.6 Escort. Gonna have to breathe in for this one. It's just a mighty Buick. Whisper quiet. And another MX-5 behind that. Fantastic. Alfa Romeo, the coupe. Bright white Porsche 944. A pair of Marcoses. Wow, that's quite the machine. straight Alpha, and that's followed by a stunning BMW Z8. What a fantastic car that is. They didn't make many of those, but that is one very, very swish motor car indeed. What a great looking car that is, isn't it? Inspired by the old 507 of the 1950s. BMW 635 CSI pickup. What's going on there? What is that? I've never seen that before. E46 Cabriolet 3 Series. There's that stunning Ferrari Dino. Spare wheel in the front, of course. It's looking a bit fuller now. Right, well, here we go. Fantastic Mark 1 Golf GTI there. We'll have a quick scoot round, see what's here. Just get a general kind of overview. All the Ferraris are over on the right there. There's that Mark II Escort Sport. Very, very clean under there. And the bright yellow Porsche 914 mid-engine car. Really unusual looking car, these. All left-hand drive. I'm not sure if they ever sold these here in the UK. Pretty neat little door handle detail. Reminds me a bit of the MX-5, and the Mark 1 MX-5 has a very similar door handle to that. Also attracting all the flies, just like our little car today. Next to that, Mark II Escort Mexico, as supplied originally by H&J Quick Limited. There's a name from the past. Anyone who remembers Fords of the 70s and 80s will be familiar with that dealer name. Perhaps they're even still going, who knows. Yeah, really sharp looking little Escort there. There's the Sapphire Cosworth alongside it. Some of those were four-wheel drive, and next to that the RS2000 with the droopy snoots, the droopy front end, which made it stand out so much from all your other Mark II Escorts of the era. Yes. Plenty of Maranello's favourites here. And down here, for the Mark II Escorts, an RS18, or was that 16 or 1800? 1800. Again, super clean, immaculately presented. No rot on the McPherson strut mountings on this one.
I might retire myself yet and do that. What do you reckon?
Oh, very, very clean car. Oh, the window's open so we can appear inside.
Yeah, Mark's waiting to get in.
Yeah, very smart indeed. Let's carry on down here. Another fast Ford, the RS Cosworth Escort. Focus Aston on the end here. Let's just go and have a look at this XR4i and the XR8, in fact, that's alongside it. The V8 powered car all the way from South Africa. I think we've seen this one at the Old Piggery Cafe. That's such a rare car. There's very few of these in the country. The only ones that are here are ones that people have personally imported in more recent times. It's a really rare car. The XR4i, those were sold here of course, but the XR8 definitely not. And this is a 5-door hatch, as you can see, whereas the XR4i is very much a 3-door hatch with a very distinctive body shell. They did do a regular 3-door Ford Sierra, but it wasn't the same body shell. It had a much larger side window. The rear side window was just a regular one-piece job, not the split window affair that you can see here.
Joking, I thought when he said the other car over there, I went, oh, one of the Ferraris, I thought he was just winding up.
This is that extremely loud Morgan Plus 8. That must be a bit of a giggle. This one fitted with a hardtop and presumably a roll cage under there as well. Side exiting exhausts. I never realised the wheels are even branded Morgan Motor Company. Tucked away over here, a fantastic trio of classic Ford Escort Mark 1s. Got a beautiful white with blue stripe RS 2000 here. I can hear a fruity motorbike in the distance, but I don't think that's anything to do with this show. Yeah, what a great looking car that is. AVO Owners Club. Yeah, what a fantastic bit of kit that is. Let's go around here, try and not walk into the lake. Oh, yeah. It's got the proper old plates on as well, the proper metal plates, which we approve of. And this is the luxury Mark 1 Escort, the 1300E, or I guess the E is for executive, a bit like on the Corsair and the Mark 2 Cortinas, the 1600E, but this was the posh version of the Escort, hence the satin black panel across the back, the stripes, these very natty badges on the rear quarters. 1300E badging. I'm not sure if the wider wheels are original to the 1300E, but look at that fantastic interior. Hope you can see in there. Actually, the window is open on the other side. Let's go around and have a look around there. What a great looking car that is. Metallic green. Very, very smart car. Very, very rare car as well. But look at that interior. It's just in fantastic condition. You've got the Escort steering wheel there and the wood dash. All very plush, 1970s at its finest, but that's really beautiful looking car. Such a rarity that. Obviously it's always the sporty ones that get preserved first of any range of cars, but this arguably is probably the rarest one here. Next to that, another fantastic RS 2000, this one with bubble arches, and yeah, just what a clean looking design that is. Not fussy, but just really, really nice. And these three just look fantastic here at Gawsworth Hall today. Let's carry on along here. Bright sunshine at the moment, but there are some very dark clouds around. This X19 is for sale. Next to that, an immaculate Morgan. Many, many badges on the front. Is this the one that's got a load of badges on the back as well? I think it probably is. Let's have a quick scoot round the back. Super shiny, yes. A myriad of Morgan related badges on the back there. We've got a BMW Z4. Like I say, the core of this event is 70s, 80s and 90s cars. There's a Legacy, the Subaru Legacy. But there are a few later cars and there are a few older ones as well. This is representing the 1970s, this Rover 3.5, the V8 powered Rover P6. The windows up so I can't quite see in, but trust me, it looks very comfy and commodious in there. Opening rear quarter lights too. That's where the mounting for the spare wheel can go. P6 owners had the option of having their spare wheel on in a cover on the back there, which freed up a fair bit of boot space, I imagine. That's really, really nice. I like the dealer sticker in the back window there. Triumph and Rover Distributors, Hebden Knee Motors Limited of Trowbridge in Wiltshire. Very nice car. Looks great in this sunshine. Here, another Mazda MX-5, or technically it's the Unos, so this is an import, but same thing pretty much. Lots of extra bits and bobs in here, the steering wheel, got the speakers and the headrests, wooden gear knob and the handbrake lever, bit of wood effect round here as well, and on the doors, I'm guessing this is possibly one of the limited editions maybe, I'm not sure which one. It's got the white face dials, which is different to ours, so ours is a lot more subdued, a lot more sober inside. This one has all the bits and bobs, chrome door mirrors too. So yeah, quite a few MX-5s here. Okay, swift battery change and on we go, past the Porsche and the Mercedes. MX-5 with hardtop and bonnet raised. Bit of extra plumbing on this one. So it's got a strut brace as well that goes between the two suspension towers. It's meant to tighten up the handling just a little bit. So, mighty 911 turbo alongside that. And here is that Subaru SVX. This is a really unusual car. I was pleased to see this one here today. It's been a while since I've seen one of those, and I bet the number of those still on the road here in the UK is probably single figures now, I would have thought. Pretty groovy window arrangement on the side here. Also, this is a fixed pane at the top, and this is the opening bit down here. I wonder how hot it gets in there. Pretty unusual car, that one there. Can't imagine they sold many of those when they were new. I do have the brochures somewhere at home for them, but that's the closest I've got to buying one of these. Bagels have been deployed, so we're good to go. Let's carry on past the Subaru. Got a Mark IV Golf here, the V6 4Motion, which is for sale, and then the R129 SL Mercedes, very nice too. And on the end here, with a few goodies on the floor here, various prizes won by, is the very late edition Capri 280. Nice early 911. I like these early ones. Very sharp looking car. 2.4 911E. On the end of our row there's this Lexus, the SC430. It's not a car you see all that often now. It's a four-seater, kind of. Only if you've got very small knees though. But, yeah, quite a rare car. Being a Lexus, I'm sure that'll still be running in 30-40 years time. With the Mark IV Golf, an immaculate one in black here. Super clean car.
It's the R32.
That's the R32, is it? Yes. Dad's got a V5. Dad's got a V5, one of those. An R32 and a Saab 96 V4. Oh, we like that one. That's very nice on the K plate. So it hasn't got the huge bumpers of the later examples. Yeah, it's a great looking car. Yes, I saw the two-stroke. Yeah, I saw the long nose two-stroke coming in before. He went round the back. I think he went down the bottom somewhere. Because there is a Saab Club stand somewhere.
Yeah.
Well, this is great. This is. Column gear change. Really groovy little cars these. This was the 96, and of course the Estate, the wagon, was the 95. Next to that, MGR V8. Oh, slightly grubby, a little MX-5. This Granada and the Jaguar alongside came in together. Occasionally we see these at the Crew Heritage Centre. And yeah, there was meant to be a crew meeting coming up very soon, but appears to have been knocked on the head. I think there's a change of leadership at the Crew Heritage Centre, possibly changing how things work there. So whether the car meet will return to Crew, who knows? Yes, and Combermere is sort of postponed at the moment as well due to the popularity of the last meeting. So busy was it that I think it was just getting a little bit too much for the organisers, and I can fully understand that because there was a lot of cars there. Really nice Peugeot 205 GTI. This is a 1.6, slightly smaller diameter wheels, the sort of pepper pot style wheels. Very, very nice cars. Some people prefer the 1.6s, some people prefer the later 1.9s.
This is quite interesting. It's like a DTM edition, only 250 made.
It's quite a rare one, is it, this?
Yeah. A4.
Let's carry on down here. Feature a bit of everything, but focus on the oldies. That's the idea behind this channel. Really tidy Golf driver here. 3-door hatchback. Reminds me of a bright orange Mark II Golf we bought way back when we bought our first house. That wasn't a driver, that was just a Golf L or something like that on a C plate. So that was 1985, probably a similar age to this one. But whereas our car doesn't exist anymore, this one very much does. And it's looking immaculate too. We've got some old brochures in the window as well, so we like that kind of thing. Lots of room to work on the engine in this Golf, the sort of mid-1980s. Still got regular distributor and dizzy cap there.
Yeah, because everything's on the front.
Yeah, the alternator's there. It's all nice and easy to get at.
Is it carbureted?
Yeah, it'll still be carburettor at this time, I think.
That's the only thing that's at the back. So all that's the alternator and the dizzy.
There's plenty of room to work on that.
Stuff. It's all right.
And it's got a Bosch battery as well, which seems correct. Bless you. Bless you. Someone's cut down an E36 BMW to make it into a pickup. A gathering of Alfa Romeo Club UK owners' cars here. We've got a Spider on the end here. Very, very nice too. Try not to get in this gentleman's photograph. Another Spider on the end over here as well, slightly earlier one. The squared off tail, the cam tail. Perfect car for a day like this, as long as it stays like this. Very nice indeed. Very distinctive gear lever position on so many Alphas of this era. Sprouting through the dash a bit like an old air-cooled Citroen. Yeah, lovely looking car. And over here we have the Panther Club stand. We saw several of these driving in before. This is the Panther Callista. Some of these had the Ford V6, some were 4-cylinder. And a mighty fine array of badges there. The BARC, the British Automobile Racing Club badge at Brooklands. We like that. But yeah, like I was saying when the cars were coming in, the midsection is of an MG midget. So your doors, part of the bulkhead and the screen assembly is midget. And then it's got different, it's got different front and back on it, obviously, but that's what they took as a starting point. So you got midget doors. Yeah, I see that. Yeah, and the screen, the quarter lights, all that, and the mirrors. I assume it's like a bespoke chassis. I think it's a bespoke chassis. Yeah, quite a gathering. I don't think I've ever seen this many together. There's that Bentley Continental T that we saw driving in before. Oh, isn't that a handsome bruiser? Proper car. 4 Triumph Stags here. 3 roofs down, 1 roof up. A few upgrades in there. Different type of wood, different dials, steering wheel. You can see the overdrive switch in the middle of the gear lever. That's very much a Triumph thing. One of the 3 Series compacts, the E36 compact, and a lovely little Mini Cooper there. Got Jaguars hiding in the woodland here at Gawsworth Hall. Electric fan whirring on this XJ that's just arrived. 6-cylinder XJ. It's on a private registration number and silver and black plates, which usually is on an older car, but it's a very unusual colour, this one. I'm assuming it's the XJR if the grille and the wheels are anything to go by. Those wheels were standard fit on the XJR6, the 6-cylinder cars. Let's have a look around the back, let's see if that's what it is. Just have a look around the back, see if we can get some clues, see what it is. Yeah, it is the XJR, so 320 brake horsepower on the 6-cylinder supercharged cars. They did do a few manual, this is an auto. It's got darkened windows on this one. Most of them were auto, but a few were manual on the 6-cylinder XJRs, which must have made for a very special car indeed. 370 brake horsepower was the slightly later V8 powered XJR. Next to the XJR we've got an XKR, the supercharged V8 powered is it a 2-seater or is it a 2+2? Yes, very much well, yeah, I'm not quite sure to be honest. Yeah, it could be a 2+2, kind of. Next to that, an XJS, quite a late one, very nice too, it's on a private registration number. This is a Banham, is this a Banham? Right, so this is like a, yeah, it's like a sort of a modified XJS, isn't it? It reminds me of a Banham. And this says XJS Monaco. Oh, there you go, Paul Bailey design, early 90s.
It reminds me of an XK8 at the front a bit more actually.
Yeah, it is a little bit like the XK8, isn't it?
The lights look like XK8 lights.
Very flared out rear arches, a bit like on the Lister modified XJSs of the day. And it's got XJ6 or XJ12 filler cap. Of course, on the XJ saloons there'll be two of those, one there and one over the other side. Just one on this one, but at least it's a Jaguar, so keeping it in the family. Yeah. Very distinctive looking car.
That was at Cape Thorne yesterday. The modified MGTF.
That was a funny. Yes, that was unusual.
I quite liked that. I thought it looked cool.
Yes.
I quite like that as well. Actually.
It's different, isn't it? Tucked away over here. Another selection of XK8s, some open top, some closed coupes like this one here.
Yeah, I think the Series 1s, especially the supercharged ones, look so good.
Yeah, they are nice, aren't they? Supercharged, that one.
That looks so nice.
That's the later shape. This one followed us in this morning. Yeah, they're a good looking car now.
Kind of like E-Type.
Yeah, and a bit of a bargain at the moment. If you can find one that hasn't got rusty floors, these are really a bit of a bargain.
W123 Estate,
Is there? Yeah. Oh, yeah, 123 Mercedes just pulling in. Might have to have a look at that a little bit later. Here we've got a stunning E-Type Series 1 in black, a Roadster. It's a 1.5, is it? I can't tell from here, but yes, it's got a 4.2 badge on the boot.
What do you mean?
Please forgive me. Yeah. And some son of a gun, triple wipers.
Windows open on the side.
Is the window open, is it? Well, let's go and have a look then. Yeah, it's on the 67 registration.
Do you remember that coupe that was at Cape Thorne yesterday? That was lovely.
It was. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? So it's got the revised dashboard as well, because the earlier Series 1s, they have your sort of your flick switches, your Lucas flick switches, as a bit of a nod to safety. In case you decide to impact yourself against the dashboard, they've fitted these rocker switches, which is the same as those fitted to the Series 1 XJs in the middle there.
The roof's quite low, isn't it? Like, there's not a great deal of space in there.
No. You wouldn't be wearing a top hat in there, would you?
We haven't seen many Roadsters recently, actually.
No. Oh, that's a lovely car, that is. Jaguar S-Type here, and up on the hill, a Defender, and there's that Series 3 you saw driving in before. Very nice too. Hope it's got a good handbrake. Also up there, the 124 Series Coupe, that is the C124 I believe for the two-door coupe. The saloons were the W124 and the estates were S124s. That's quite a nice car. Don't see too many of these around now. Let's carry on along here. We've got an X-Type. Some of these were four-wheel drive, some were front-wheel drive, depending on the engine size. Yeah, it's a little bit damp underfoot. Some were. Most of them were four-wheel drive. We've got an X308 here, the V8 powered car from about 1998. An XJ, it's one of the 6s. It looks like a Sport, if that painted radiator surround is correct. I like the original Drabble & Allen plates on the front. Nice touch. Has it got the black window surround, so I'm guessing this is a Sport.
So this is a 3.2 as well, but it's just a 6.
Probably, yeah, probably. I'm sure it is a Sport. Yeah, it is a Sport.
So yeah, it's like same engine size.
Yeah, same.
Bigger cylinder.
Yeah. Lovely colour as well. And on the end here, this is quite rare. This is the original XJR. So this was the XJR that was based on the XJ40 era of Jaguar XJ6. So these had the sort of the body kit, the different wheels, uprated suspension, but I think mechanically they were pretty much the same as your regular XJ6s. No superchargers on these. If you look elsewhere on the channel, you'll see years and years ago I did a bit of a brochure review on some very, very modified XJ40s. The twin turbo one of them was, I think. Lots of black cars over here, but I find myself drawn, well, to this rotary engine RX-7 that came in before. Quite a swoopy looking car. I like the shape of these. It's a nice looking car. And of course the mighty Corvette here.
I like the green one. I've never seen one green.
And the Stingray in green here. Yeah, it's a nice colour, isn't it? You're right. A little Citroen van we have seen here before, a little Citroen Fourgonette. Air-cooled. Great Michelin livery on here. We've featured it before, but we will feature it again because it's just such a beautifully turned out old van. Very, very nice too. Next to that, a Manta GTE, one of the exclusive limited edition versions, no less. Were they all this colour? I can only think I've ever seen these exclusives in this colour, but I'm sure someone who knows their Opels better than me will be able to set me right on that. Really a good looking car, I think. Okay, we're over on the top field now. If you saw the Gawsworth Vintage and Classic videos that we did, you'll know that that field down there is often populated with a great many classic cars. But today, the main display field is up here. A couple of weeks ago, whenever it was, this was the location to the Porsche Club display. A very large display of Porsches. Now there's a bit of everything today. The Audi TT, the Rolls-Royce Silver Spirit. Very clean example of the breed. There's another one next to it. This one's slightly earlier, 1985, this one. Of course, built-in crew, not a million miles from here. Then we've got a facelifted Rover 800, a 5-door coupe or hatchback. TVR.
2,000 down.
So what is it? Oh, it's for sale. 12,000 miles from new. TVR Chimera. What's this then?
I don't know, I spent ages trying to figure it out. It's used for auto testing.
The front reminds me of a Daewoo Matiz, but
Isn't it?
I don't suppose it is. No, it's quite dinky, isn't it?
I quite like it.
Yeah, it's a bit of fun, isn't it? A little two-seater.
Yeah,
Any badging on the back? Not really. So what's that? Is that S for Suzuki?
No, it's S for Superman.
Is it?
That's the Superman logo.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, answers on a postcard. We might have to look this one up. So yeah, it's a neat little car. Well, I don't know. DVLA will tell us. This midget sounded really nice when it came in before. It's one of the round arch cars. For a time in the early 70s they had the rounded off wheel arches. But I think it probably wasn't quite as strong. I don't think it's quite as rigid the structure at the back when you had the round arches, so they reverted back to the squared off arches for the later cars. Yeah, really tasty little car, this one. Single big SU on it. Nice manifold. What's the manifold?
HT leads.
Titan Motorsport manifold.
Do you rate the HT leads?
Oh yeah, proper HT leads with nice Bakelite NGK caps.
Yeah, I like that.
That all looks just proper and correct, doesn't it?
It's nicely turned
You've
out.
got all this sort of,
raining?
you've got all this Aeroquip hosing as well. Yes, there are a few spots of rain in the air.
As soon as I take my coat.
Yeah, an E30 estate, 3 Series estate, and another bright red one alongside on Alpina type wheels. And there's that Peugeot 309. Don't see too many of those. With a V6 Golf. And there's a little Austin Healey Sprite, probably a Mark III, late 67 or early 1968. The date on that little beauty. Let's carry on down here. There's the Escort Mark IV Cabriolet. So what's this? I know it's a Nissan. A Silvia S13, I'm reliably informed by my JDM expert. Subaru here. And on the end, the Renault Laguna. There's a bit of rain in the air, so we're going to have to scoot down here. Roof will have to go up on this 944 Cabriolet before long, I suspect. So we'll just have a quick dash down here, well, as quick as I ever go. And we'll just have a quick bit of a summary of what's here. Alpha, Porsche, Porsche 924. Yes, and like last time, a huge turnout of Porsches. We'll just skip down here and then carry on the second row. This is row 2, then we'll carry on in row 3 because there's some older cars down there, I think.
The little Suzuki Superman.
It has, I just saw it going, yeah.
Fine, how are you?
It's got a TT, a Cabriolet this time, and a good old Volvo 240 from about 1987. Really good old dependable cars. Of course that design, the basic styling dates back way back to the 70s and the 140 series. Sierra GT according to the band across the top of the screen. bonnet raised, 2 litre double overhead cam. It's got a little toe strap on the front, so I'm guessing a bit of rally action for that one. We've got a Mark 1 Mondeo, and it doesn't have cracked bumpers, but so many of these do now. A Nissan Micra with different front end grille treatment on it, and body kit as well. Who remembers the old Nissan Micras? Turbo Nissan. A few mods gone on under there. Talking of modified cars, a somewhat modified Mark III MX-5, a 2.8 Capri, a pretty wild TVR that we see quite regularly at many of the meets we get to, and next this super clean Mark I Ford Capri. I was hoping we'd see this one, and the window is open so we can have a peer in and admire the coupe interior. Just like that Escort 1300E we were looking at, just a fantastic original interior, complete with period crook lock on the back seat. I like that. Next to the Capri with bonnet up, we have MGB GT V8 with bonnet up. And there it is, shoehorned in, a 3.5 litre Rover engine. Of course, this one was a Buick design originally. First made its debut in the P5B Rover saloons and coupes, of course. And then someone thought it'd be a good idea. Well, I think it was an engineer called Costello. He decided it'd be a good idea to shoehorn the Rover V8 engine into the MGB GT body shell. So he built quite a few cars, and then BL thought, that's a good idea. And I guess they were looking to replace the Austin Healey and the MGC, which wasn't universally loved. So BL did the same thing and also installed the Rover V8 engine into the MGB's body shell. And there's a lot less reworking required to get this engine under the bonnet compared to the previous MGC. All the suspension had to be completely redesigned on the MGC, torsion bar front suspension, just to be able to shoehorn that big straight six BMC engine under the bonnet. But this, I believe, was a lot more simple to install. That's the E34 5 Series BMW. The roof will have to go up on that lovely Beetle before long, I suspect. Yeah, we saw those two Beetles driving in before. We've got an S-Type Jaguar here. Aluminium bodied XJ, probably a V6 Ford derived engine. The V6 also used in the S-Type, and this is the 6-cylinder XJ, the XJ6, either 3.2 or 4 litre, and on the end here a great little Reliant. We'll have a quick scoot down here. Just been chatting to some more followers of the channel past the Lotus XL. Many Lotuses. I'm not sure what the plural for Lotus is, but we could do with it right now. Lotus is old and new. We've got the Toyota MR2 Mark III here. More Lotuses, large and small. The Mercedes-Benz SLK, the little supercharged car. How clean is that? Very clean indeed. Very similar colour to our Honda Accord. Aston here. More Lotus goodness, including this fantastic Elan Sprint in gold leaf Team Lotus colours. Who remembers the old Lotus 49 Formula 1 cars in very similar livery to that? But that is beautiful, isn't it? Very distinctive wheels with the centre knock-ons, fiberglass bodywork, very nice. Little twin cam engine, beautiful little car that is. A couple of 7s along here, not in the end, an Esprit Turbo, styled by Giugiaro. Right folks, here is that 6 Series BMW pickup truck. Wow, what has gone on with this? I've never ever seen this before. That really is something. Nice wheels on it, Alpina alloy wheels. Presumably the standard 3.5 litre straight 6 engine. Yeah. What do you make of that?
Car shows need cars like this to make them interesting.
All variety, isn't it?
That is great.
Yeah, we saw that 3 Series converted into a pickup over the way, and here's its bigger brother. There's the E46 Cabriolet. Great looking cars. These, I think, last good looking 3 Series in my mind. think Harley quite likes the model that came after this as well, but he's pretty much on the same sheet as me with that one. Handsome car. Yeah, and a nice little MGB GT there. More Lotuses, quite a few Lotuses, with a big 5-litre Mustang in the middle of them. Yeah, bit of everything here. Hethel's finest, Hethel over in Norfolk, home of Lotus for so many years, founded by Colin Chapman. His first car was based on the old Ford Pop running gear, if I remember correctly. And then there was the Lotus 6 and the Lotus 7. The first two Mark 1 MX-5s that we had many years ago, pre-Youthful Assistant, were bright red, and they were really tricky cars to keep looking shiny. They would go and fade so quickly. So this is a really nicely preserved example. Yeah, Harley will like the wheels on that. He's a big fan of mini lights.
Amount of mods. It's not too much. It's not got like LED lamps.
No, it's good, isn't it?
It's just modded nicely. A little bit lower, maybe coilovers or something.
Yeah, that looks well, that does.
Sporty steering wheel, sporty wheels, just looks really good like that.
Still got the original spot welds on the arches. That's where you go looking on one of these to see if they've been replaced at some point in time. So this is also a UNOS import. What does UNOS Kasukabe mean, I wonder? It's certainly been interesting to see a different mix of cars at this particular meeting. Lots of 90s cars, including another Mark 1 Mondeo 3 Series Estate.
Estate? Convertible?
Convertible even. Ford Fiesta, the XR2 Mark II. You see these quite often at the regular classic car shows as well. Got a 5-door Sierra there. MGF, the original MGF, the old K-Series engine. Some with the MGF VVC with the variable valve timing. The Saab 9.5 Aero, bonnet raised. Of course, by this point in time, Saab was GM owned, General Motors. And we are on the Saab Owners Club stand. We've got a cabriolet here. Very practical 4-seat Tourer convertible. You could do a lot worse than one of these. And there's the wagon, the Estate. Handsome looking car, I think. 3-door turbo, I like those. Yeah, very nice. There's a bit of a nerdy point to the very early 900s. They had 2 sets of grills, one set there and one set over there, but after a while they dropped the second set. Ooh, look at this lovely 3-door 900 turbo here. That's nice, isn't it? I like that with the body kit on it.
I think it's the low pressure turbo.
Is this the low pressure turbo? Usually badged as 900S, yeah, 900S. So that was the low pressure turbo version of the 16 valve engine, so it's about 145 brake. Same power output as the old 8 valve 900 turbos. Then you can have the full pressure turbo cars as well. They're 175 brake horsepower, very similar, but just a bit more grunt. These low pressure turbo cars don't have a boost gauge. You can't really see, but the full pressure turbo cars have a boost gauge on the dash. And here we have the Saab 9000. This was as a result of a collaboration between Fiat, Saab, Lancia and Alfa Romeo, the Type 4 project. So they came up with like a common platform and then they clothed them with their own front and rear styling. And this was a Saab version of the Type 4, the Saab 9000. This is a turbo car. They also did a 9000i, the fuel injection only. The Saab Car Museum. Yeah, quite a handsome looking car, and later on they did a booted version of the 9000 as well, and there's also the 9000 Carlson. Harley's interviewing the owner of this long nose 2-stroke.
3 years ago now. Yeah. Do you want to look under the bonnet? Yeah, sure.
There's that super little 96, the long nose 2-stroke Saab. Lovely interior, great 2-tone door trims.
just two people, you just pull that in, and the whole bonnet will stop.
There you go, so there's the 3-cylinder.
Yeah, 3-cylinder.
Engine.
Very nice too. Triple carbs. Didn't the Monte Carlo or the GT have triple carburetors? Yeah. A few more goodies along here. Mini Golf GTI, the big bumper GTI Mark II. A couple of the TVRs, probably Tasmans. One of the S-Series cars alongside that. MR2 with hardtop, Lotus Elise. And on the end here, one of those funny little sort of Suzuki Vitara or Grand Vitara cabrio kind of thingy-majig. Bit hard to explain it really.
Reminds me of those Austin 12s, you know, the taxis that have like the little...
Oh, the taxi with a little bit at the back. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Well, that's actually quite an unusual little car. We used to have a Grand Vitara, a V6. That was Mrs. OCC's daily for many, many years, pre-Honda Accord. But this is really unusual. So you've got like a lift-out panel up there, and also the fold-down bit at the back over the rear seat passengers. So yeah, it's probably quite unusual, quite a rare car probably now. True. This is an 02, 2002, so 22 years old now. Ours was 05, I think.
Oh yeah.
Super clean MR2 Mark 1 over here.
But Monte Carlo's a lot bigger than that one.
I detect a spot of rain in the air, so as it's about midday, I think now is the time to go and have a sit down and have a quick butty back at OCC Mobile HQ in the little yellow MX-5. A few people are starting to head out under their gazebos and brollies, so I think we'll go and hide away in here for a bit. Bespoke bonnet prop. Still a few spits and spots in the air, but we won't let that deter us. Past the 911E and the BMW Z8 with bonnet raised. That's a big old lump in there. Definitely approve of that one. The Alpine 310, A310. There's that M3 BMW, the E30. Then we're down to Porsche and a pair of Ferraris. V12 front engine Ferraris.
Gated manual.
Over here, a display of rally cars.
I haven't been there this year.
Great Mini here. Big single SU carb on this one. A lot of people advocate one big single SU carburetor compared to the twin SUs of the Cooper S's. According to this, it's a 1293 XMG Metro engine, so presumably the A+. Yeah, pretty neat little car. Well, it's kind of... It's on a G plate, it's a G plate, but it's on a later body shell, I think. Over here, lovely dark maroon Triumph TR6.
The other TR6s there, aren't there?
No?
They're all at Capestone, that's what.
Yes, there's probably quite a few of them at Capestone, aren't there? Just starting to rain. We've got an MG ZR, 2002. Jaguar, not an end here. A really nice Beetle. Next to the Z8, the Z3M. All 326 brake horsepower or so of it. Very, very nice. Shares the engine with the M3. This is a Z3M Coupe. There was the convertible version as well, but these are just amazing looking cars, I think. And here, the 500E, the W124 saloon, looks a bit much like any regular 124 series saloon, but this has got the 5-litre V8, slightly flared arches, left-hand drive. They're all left-hand drive. But yeah, if you compare it to a regular 124 estate or saloon, it's just a little bit chunkier looking with those flared arches. Yeah. I don't think they did a 600 of these, but this is the 500E. Some of them were 500E and then they became E500. I'm not quite sure when the change took place, but it was the same basic car. But that is actually a bit of a sleeper, that one. Bit of a Q car, as we used to call them back in the day. Yeah. To look at first glance, you just think, oh, it's just a regular 124 series Merc. But no, that's the 500 with the 5 litre V8. Pretty much the same engine that's fitted to the S-Class Merc, the 126 series. Several classic bikes down here as well. We've got a Kawasaki 900. Look at that double overhead cam, 4-cylinder. What an engine that is. Got Norton alongside that. A few of the bikes, old and not so old. Got a Yamaha 250 there. Who remembers having one of those? Got a Triumph Trials bike here. Scrambler, as they used to be called. Yeah, very nice. Very nice too. There's not much exhaust on there, not much silencing, is there? Yeah. Got an 850 Commando alongside, looks very original. Something revving up there. Look at that. Proper time warp, this one. Look at this, is this an MZ or a CZ? East German anyway, East German 2-stroke bike. MZ, there we go.
No, I came in the F-Type, but we went up. I got my car stored up in Darwin at Lotus, and they were having an open. We went up there this morning.
Getting a bit of the damp stuff from the heavens, so we'll have to hurry up a bit. Ducati, very nice Italian bike there, very racy with the dropped handlebars. Got the Triumph base bike here. Not sure on that one. Big Honda Bullet.
Do you know how long it's taken for him to clean that before we got here?
There's no salt in it, it's sound, it just runs away.
All the areas haven't selling, and basically, and by the time I've done. I'm sorry.
Look at that.
Everything switches and closes, it's just better quality. It's a bit like buying a jacket 30 years ago, it'd be better than one now.
Got a Mustang late arrival as the E36 Cabriolet departs.
guys out now. Are you waiting for some change?
Here comes one of the TVR Tasmans, headlamps ablaze, followed by one of Lotus's most recent offerings.
As you can imagine, one easy organiser is
I think it might be time to close the windows. Very smart 124 series cabriolet with Institute of Advanced Motorist badge on the front.
Can I go out that way?
Yes.
Really hard work. Really hard work today. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks very much.
I don't remember this Scimitar SS1, 1985 fiberglass body. Multitude of Triumph Stags, no less. Hotly pursued by Lotus Elan. Here comes the XJR.
Absolute concentration, that.
Here's one I didn't see when I was walking around before. This magnificent 123 series Mercedes-Benz Estate, the E-Class Merc. How nice is that? Built throughout the 1970s, this one registered right at the end of the decade. Ooh, bit of info on the screen, we like that. Yeah, 1980, 280 TE, 2.8 litre, 6 cylinders. Just back from a 2,000-mile tour around Holland, Germany, Belgium and France. By heck, this car earns its keep. Oh, what a practical classic that is. That is fantastic. This mighty machine is the Toyota Century. An incredible luxury car. I'm guessing this was a special import, V12 power no less. This one registered in the late 1990s, about 98 or early 99. Yeah, very plush machine. There you go. There's the giveaway that we're looking at, a 12-cylinder car. Yeah, very unusual car. There's the blurb, Toyota Century V12, Japan's Rolls-Royce. Covered 152,000 miles, finished in black. Hand built by Toyota's most experienced staff, and features 7 coats of paint. V12 engine, 286 brake horsepower, restricted to 112 miles an hour. Well, definitely an unusual car. It's not every day you see one of these. I think this one pops up at some of the shows we get to, but there can't be many in the country of these. I'm not sure where my youthful assistant is, but wherever he is, he's probably getting a bit damp now. Anyway, I think we have probably seen all the cars here today at the Gawsworth Hall Youngtimer car show. Our first visit, and we'll definitely be coming back. Slightly different mix of cars compared to the vintage and classic show that we came to just 2 or 3 weeks ago. And yeah, definitely well worth the ride out. So thank you very much for watching this particular video. I'll include links to previous Gawsworth Hall classic car shows at the end of this one, so please check those out if you haven't seen them yet already. And there'll be many more videos along very soon, so like, comment, subscribe, all that kind of thing would be much appreciated. So bye for now.